not only is October coming up really soon, but we also have a Friday the 13th this week. So, I've got to go ahead and rank the top 13 kills in the entire Friday the 13th franchise. All right, now of course, this is Friday the 13th, a franchise very well known for having great kills. So yeah, there are way more than 13 fun-ass kills in this franchise, of course. But to me, these are my 13 personal favorites in the entire franchise. So all right, starting us off at number 13 is gonna be from the original Friday the 13th from 1980, which is going to be Alice decapitating Pamela Voorhees at the end of the movie. So yeah, of course, not only is this an iconic kill, but there's just so much about this kill that's fun to me. Of course, you've got the hilariousness of it. You get to see the hairy knuckles from Tom Savini's effects assistant there, Tasso Stavrakis there, which is always funny to see. You look back and that has, some of the charm of these early slasher movies, of course, which is always pretty hilarious. But I don't know, just like the slow motion of it after the whole fun fight scene between Alice and Pamela is a good time. But yeah, the slow motion, the iconic music kicks in, and it's just great. She chops off her head. We get like the zoom in on Pamela's face where she's like, ah, which is, a good time. But yeah, this movie just has a lot of charm to me, and this kill kind of caps off everything and is great. And like I said, very, very iconic. Just a fun kill. So there you go. Alice decapitating Pamela. It's coming in at number 13. All right, up next at number 12 is going to be Richie getting the machete straight in the head in the 2009 reboot. So first of all, this cold open just in general is a great time. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of different scenes happening, people doing different things, just pure chaos in this scene. But this kill specifically, you've got Whitney. She shows up, she's checking on the girl who got burnt in the sleeping bag, which to a lot of people was their favorite kill in this movie. That whole sleeping bag thing, which is just like very sinister, gruesome, and just kind of a holy shit moment. But you got that whole thing, she's checking on her and she's like, yeah, she's pretty much dead. And then Richie, he's looking down at his leg, and his leg is basically hamburger meat at this point in time because it got, caught in the bear trap, which is looking all kinds of nasty. And so Whitney goes over to him to check on to see how he's doing, which, of course, he's not doing well. And, while that's going down, Richie just looks over and is like, oh, great. And Jason's just kind of standing there all of a sudden, chilling, like, all right, this is going to be fun. This is a little bit too easy. Got a couple more maybe to add to the list right here. And then boom, Jason shows like his speed, runs up aggressively and just boom, hammers that machete right into Richie's head, which is a great kill. The effects are fun and just looks really good. And I overall just have a great time with this opening in general. But yeah, Richie's kill is a fun one for me, and one that I always look back on the 2009 movie and think to myself, it's a damn good kill. So there you go, Richie coming in at number 12. Up next at number 11 is going to be Jack's kill from Friday the 13th, 1980, where Jack's chilling on the bed, smoking a joint, and Mama Voorhees is waiting for him underneath the bed and sticks the arrow through his neck. So not only is this probably the most well-known kill in the original Friday the 13th, but there's just also something about this kill. There's a little accident that happens, which is something I love in movies where we get this accident or something that kind of goes wrong in the sequence, and then it ends up being like kind of a happy little mistake, which is just a fun little thing added to this kill. So the blood tube actually broke during this kill, and Tom Savini's assistant had to just quickly improvise and like blow into the tube, and that gives us the big blood spurt that happens, which also ends up giving us like the genuine reaction from Kevin Bacon's character, which just kind of adds like a little extra to this kill, makes it a little bit more realistic and fun. And then, but yeah, in this kill, I mean, you've got like the arrow being twisted in there, which also adds a little extra nastiness to it too. It's just, just one of those kills. I don't know, there's something about it that feels like one of the more sinister kills in the franchise to me. I don't know, it's just like quiet. It feels very gritty. Of course, this movie has just in general that like late 70s aesthetic to it, which also adds a little bit of almost like realism to it in a way. But I don't know, there's just something about this kill that just feels not like a kill that's very over the top. It just seems like a psychopath just out there mutilating counselors. And it's a pretty damn scary kill, and one of the most, well-known kills, I think, in the entire franchise, in my opinion, and just an overall good time. So yeah, there you go. Number 11 is Jack's kill. All right, up next at number 10 is going to be Tommy Jarvis killing Jason in Friday the 13th, the final chapter from 1984. So, I mean, of course, the whole sequence going down with Tommy and his sister fighting off Jason's a great time, and just so many great moments in that whole sequence. But you got Tommy shaves his head, tries to manipulate Jason, make him think like, hey, Jason, look at me. You know what I mean? And Jason's caught off guard. It kind of suspends him for a second, just enough time for them to attack it. And the effects are great here, done by Tom Savini. Once again, there's going to be a lot of Savini shout outs on this list, I'm sure. But yeah, it just looks great. The shot lingers. You get the twitching moment there with the animatronics on the head, which is awesome, especially for 1984. You know, very gory kill. He slowly slides down the machete. Of course, we get young Corey Feldman doing his thing, which is also a good time. But yeah, I mean, this is like the definitive moment where Jason literally dies, and he is a different character from this point on in the franchise. Just a fun kill. We get to see the reveal of what Jason's face looks like in this movie, which is inspired by, you know, younger Jason in the original movie, and kind of a mix between some other ideas and things, which looks great. It's just a scary ass, nasty looking face, which is a good time. So yep, there you go. Tommy killing Jason at number 10. All right, and coming in at number 9 is going to be a kill that a lot of people consider their favorite kill in the entire franchise. And even though I have it at number 9, it's a damn fun kill. It's going to be Judy's sleeping bag kill in Friday the 13th, The New Blood from 1988. So, you know, the whole moment starts with Judy saying like, okay, you big hunk of a man, come and get me. And Jason's like, I don't know who the hell she's talking to, but I'm on my way. And, you know, he takes her out of the tent. And initially, like, if you're first watching this movie, you're like, okay, he's probably just going to slash her in the tent or, you know, stab her, do whatever he's going to do. But no, Jason's actually got a little plan here. He looks at her, drags her over to a tree, and is like, yeah, this tree will do nicely. I like that moment. And then just thump, one hit, job's done. Lays her on the ground, and she's just laying there all bloody, and he's like, okay. Yeah, this is actually Kane Hodder's personal favorite kill too. And like I said, a fan favorite in the franchise without a doubt. You know, in a movie, unfortunately, that had a lot of censorship in The New Blood, had some kills that were incredible, but cut down. Some of the footage, you know, we'll never see again. Some of the footage is out there on some of the other kills, which are great. But yeah, the sleeping bag kill, just a really good time. One of those kills, and I'll mention this later on in the list, that is brutal, but also makes you laugh, which is bonus points always, you know, in the franchise for me. So Judy's kill, a really damn good time. So yeah, coming in at number 9. Okay, coming in at number 8 is going to be a kill that I could have maybe in my top 3 if I'm in a certain mood. It's just a fun kill and one of the best kills in the entire franchise. This whole list is just really hard, but yeah, number 8 is going to be Doug's head crunch in the shower in Friday the 13th, the final chapter from 1984. You know, it is kind of a flip on the old trope of like a hot girl getting killed in the shower. Of course, you've got that aspect to it as well. But, you know, you've got like Jason's dirty ass hands coming in, you know, putting his hands on his face, just like manhandling this dude. And then you get the great close-up also on Jason's look in the final chapter. Just one of those looks where you get like a really good close-up shot of everything. You know, the cut in the mask, his eyes, just the grit and the wear on the mask, which just adds to the whole sequence in my opinion. And then of course, I don't know, there's just something about great sound effects, a great crunchy kill that just does it for me. And this kill is badass and just a fun ass head crunch as he's just crushing Doug's head against the shower. All practical, of course. This is 1984, which is great. Yeah, just a really fun kill. It happens very fast, but one of those kills where every single time I watch it, sometimes I'll even like videotape it and send it to my brother because I know he's gonna enjoy it too, because I'm just like, this is just one of those kills we grew up on loving, laughing, and having a great time with. So yeah, Doug's head crunch from the final chapter at number 8. All right, up next at number 7 is going to be another one of those kills that could easily be in the top 3 for me, just depending on my mood. But one of my favorite kills in the franchise, without a doubt, a kill that every time I go back and rewatch this movie, I always have a great time with. I usually rewind it and do it over again because it's just that damn fun. which is going to be also from the final chapter. The final chapter is going to get a lot of love on this list, I can tell. But yeah, it's going to be Axel's kill with the bone saw, head twist, just the whole thing, the crunchy ass kill from the final chapter. I also love how they used the real actor's head for this kill as well, with a fake body added in and some other things like that. But yeah, it's Axel. Like, this is the type of character you want to see killed in a brutal way, and you're gonna laugh your ass off and have a great time with it, of course. You know what I mean? He's that creepy dude where, the dead girl comes in and they're like, oh, she looked pretty cute. And they said, used to, kind of a thing, past tense. And he's like, still does. He's eating his sandwich on the dead body. Just an overall weird guy, right? He's hitting on the nurse. He's about to get it on with the nurse, and wherever the hell they keep the dead bodies in there. Jason's in there chilling too. And, they're still going to do it. You know what I mean? He's watching like the girls dancing on the TV, shaking their ass and stuff. And then Jason, of course, shows up, gives us the bone saw moment, super bloody. And then bam, twists his head around. It's crunchy. It's juicy. It's kind of everything I enjoy in a Friday the 13th kill. I love when Jason just gets in there and just does that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Axel's kill, it makes me laugh and it makes me smile every time. It's a great one. So yeah, Axel coming in at number 7. Could easily be way higher, but yeah, great kill. Okay, up next at number 6 is going to be another crunchy one. It's going to be when Sheriff Garris gets folded in half by Jason Voorhees in Jason Lives from 1986. But yeah, the whole sequence, it's a fun time. Sheriff Garris is, he's a pretty cool character in the movie. But yeah, Garris puts up a pretty good fight against Jason in this whole sequence. But in the end, it's basically just an average dude versus zombie Jason. It's like, what are you going to do, man? As soon as he gets his meat hooks on you, you are done. And yeah, like I said, I'm always going to be a sucker for those crunchy sound effects. And with this one, you've got like a stuntman with his head underneath the ground and his legs sticking out. And then you've got Garris's like real body, of course, showing as well. So that whole thing, it like kind of looks sort of silly and ridiculous and like floppy. But at the same time, when you watch it, just like, oh my God, he just folded his ass in half. Very similar to a kill we will see later on in the franchise, which is also great. But yeah, Sheriff Garris's kill, it's very quick, but it's a very good time. Very crunchy, like I said. So there you go, Garris coming in at number 6. All right, now moving into the top 5. Now, this is probably the funniest kill in the franchise to me. I just think it's fucking hilarious. Which is the jock kill in the cornfield in Freddy versus Jason. So first of all, you've got the two dipshits like out here in the cornfield, getting crossfaded, doing their thing. And then one of the guys, they see Jason, and one of the guys is like, check out this fucking guy. This is a rave, not a Halloween party. And then the other one's like, why don't you go find yourself a pig to fuck? And then the bigger guy is like, yeah, invite only, corn poke. And you weren't invert. And then as soon as he says that, bam, the head gets twisted around. Not the most brutal kill in the franchise, not the bloodiest, not the most over the top or ridiculous or anything like that, but just a kill. How it all goes down, that always, without a doubt, makes me laugh my ass off. I don't know what it is. And then Jason just casually like, boop, pokes him and he falls back. I don't know. Of course, everything after that is also hilarious. The guy like pouring the moonshine or Everclear, whatever the hell they're drinking all over Jason and lighting him on fire. Yeah, it's a fast kill, but it's just a kill I always have a great time with and makes me laugh. So yeah, there you go. The jock kill in the cornfield in Freddy vs. Jason. Just a damn good time. Up next at number 4 is going to be Mark getting the machete in the face in Friday the 13th Part 2 from 1981. Now, kind of like the previous kill in some ways, this is not the goriest kill in the franchise or like the most elaborate or ridiculous or over the top or anything like that. But not only is this kill a great jump scare, in my opinion, especially the first time you watch this movie, like, oh my God, holy shit. But they went there. You know what I mean? By just killing the guy in the wheelchair. I bet, especially back in 1981, that was pretty damn shocking. And still, even looking back, you're like, okay, they decided to give the most brutal kill, arguably, in the entire movie to the dude in the wheelchair, who's already been through a lot of shit. But on top of that, like, the whole mood of it, right? Like, some of the counselors are away and the other ones are just kind of being picked off one by one, but not in an elaborate way. They're just disappearing. People are like, what's going on? This is weird. This is eerie. And then you've got like the lightning and the rain all happening during Mark's kill. You know, of course, like he's going down, back down along the stairs and the lightning's happening and all that. The vibes are just on point. I mean, of course, in part two, the vibes overall in that movie are just on point in general. But yeah, Mark's kill with the rain and everything, how shocking it is. What a great kill. I know a lot of people have this as their number one, top three in the franchise, but number four, that's not bad. So there you go. Mark getting it in the face, coming in at number 4. All right, hold on to your butts. Moving into the top 3. Up next is going to be a crazy one. It's Adrian's liquid nitrogen kill from Jason X from 2001. So yeah, I mean, this is not the first time in the genre we've seen like a liquid nitrogen type of a kill. Most recently, I can think of a kill in Alien Resurrection where the dude like rips off his own arm in the liquid nitrogen. So we've seen this, of course, but still a great kill. This is a fan favorite without a doubt. A lot of people have this as their number 1 kill in the franchise. And yeah, I mean, it's top 3. So I also consider it pretty damn fun, of course, like all of these kills. But this kill, I mean, for 2001, I think the effects look great. I mean, I think like, you know, she's screaming, Jason puts her head in the liquid nitrogen, and then like the screaming kind of stops right as her face is kind of crystallizing and stuff underneath the water. And then, you know, everything. And then I love how Jason just like pulls her up out of the water and just kind of like looks at his work a little bit and is like, oh, that's kind of nice. And, you know, her face too, when he pulls her out, looks pretty damn scary. Like she's got her mouth open and it looks like very real. And I don't know, there's just something kind of horrifying about that in a overall hilarious, ridiculous movie. But yeah, you know, then Jason's like, all right, watermelon face, and then just crushes her face like a little watermelon, and she has like this big ass crater in her head at that point, which is all like bloody and mushy and is just nasty and awesome in every sort of a way. And then of course, you know, kind of cap it all off, Jason just casually throws her ass to the side like a rag doll and then moves right along like this killing machine in Jason X would. A great kill, bloody, inventive, one of those kills where it's fast, like a lot of the Friday the 13th kills, but gets escalated to this level when it's just like unique and interesting and creative. Yeah, Adrian's liquid nitrogen kill, just a damn good kill from Jason X. Okay, up next at number 2 is going to be Trey's kill from Freddy versus Jason from 2003. He gets stabbed like 10 times with Jason's machete, all kinds of nasty and bloodiness, and then gets folded in half in the bed. Definitely one of the most memorable kills in this franchise to me, in a movie that is very brutal, very dark, very bloody. A lot of like just gruesome kills in Freddy vs. Jason. But to me, this is the standout kill in that movie without a doubt. And of course, like it just adds to it when the biggest douchebag in the entire movie probably gets killed in a very unique, interesting, awesome fucking way. That's always great. Sometimes in the Friday the 13th franchise, they do kind of fumble the bag a little bit and don't give a great kill to the biggest villain or the person that you hate the most. They kind of go out in like an unceremonious way, which I hate. Hate it when they do that. But in this movie, Trey just gets it, man. Like I said, stabbed 10 or so times, and you can see like his guts kind of coming through the bed. It's bloody. I like the angle of the shot, which is great too. He's holding his beer the whole time. It's like, damn, dude, holding on tight. Must have loved that beer, whatever that was. Does finally have to let go when Jason tops it all off, because you're like, oh, the kill's done. He's dead. All right, Jason's going to move on to the next one. Nope. Folds his ass in half, which is just, of course, like that makes the kill. It's incredible. Another one of those kills, and I mentioned this before, anytime in this franchise, anytime in horror really in general, you can have a kill that is brutal, inventive, unique, interesting, kind of quick, and also makes me laugh my ass off, is always going to be a good thing for me. So there you go. Trey's kill coming in at number 2. All right, now before I get to number 1, I do want to mention a couple honorable mentions here. Now, I could go on and on about so many great kills in this franchise that are fun to me. There's just an endless list of them almost. But I do want to mention a couple that just didn't make the cut barely. But the first one's going to be from Jason Takes Manhattan. It's going to be Julius baiting on, Jason, of course, telling him to take his best shot, which, of course, Jason does and knocks off his head, which is a fun, inventive kill that, is brutal and also makes you laugh at the same time. That's a good time. And then, of course, we've got the moment, Ted, where the hell's the corkscrew? And Jimmy getting the corkscrew in the hand, then the cleaver to the face in the final chapter, which is a great time. All right, now coming in at number 1 as my favorite kill in the entire Friday the 13th franchise is going to be Deborah's kill in the tent in Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday from 1993. This is probably the kill. Well, this is the kill in the franchise that is the biggest holy shit moment to me. Yeah, it happens pretty quick, even though Jason is lingering. You can see Jason coming. Like, something is clearly going to happen to these people. It's 2 people having sex in a tent in a Friday the 13th movie. You know what's going to happen here, but it adds a little extra layer to it, which is hilarious that the actors in the movie too they had just recently broken up in real life and now had to perform a whole sex scene. And they were actually legitimately naked for this scene as well. But man, what a kill. You've got the moment, it pauses too for a second, which is awesome. You've got the guy, Luke, who's just like freaking out because this like fence post goes right through her. Blood's everywhere. He's freaking out for a moment. And one of the best parts about this kill is that it pauses. Oh, is that going to be the kill? He just goes right through her? No, not at all. It pauses for a second and then whoosh, bam, goes right up through like her collarbone. The effects look incredible. It's bloody, it's gruesome, and it just makes your eyes pop out of your damn head. And then you get that cool shot too of like right through this like canyon in his girlfriend. You're looking right through it to Luke's face, and he's freaking out some more as the blood is like spraying all over him. It is just a crazy kill. And also, according to Jason, sex in a horror movie doesn't always mean you're gonna die, but unprotected sex, well, the J-Man's gonna fuck you up for that. All right, everybody, thanks for watching my full rundown of my 13 favorite kills in the Friday the 13th franchise. That was a good time. If you want some more content from me right now, go ahead and check out one of these videos next to me. If you don't want to miss future content, make sure you subscribe. My name is Matt, and I'll talk to you in the next one.